What's going on, boss player?
What's going on, bro?
Ain't too much. Are you ready for some football?
A party is what I hear. Party.
Yes, sir.
Party.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What's the date?
July 25th is what it is.
Oh man. Well, I got something to tell you.
What you got to say, bro?
We'll have basically today's episode is going to be themed around predominantly running backs. Not that we're only going to speak of running backs and whatnot, but however, that's going to be the main focus. And as well, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to our boy,
Sweetness.
Our Sweetness. Yes. Walter Jerry Payton.
One
of the arguably the best running back of all time.
Right.
I mean, if you're almost 6 foot running back named Sweetness,
gotta be nice with it.
You gotta be nice with it.
You gotta be nice with it.
Well, he was born on today, so today was his birthday. He died in like 1999.
Right.
So just wanted to start out the show, shout out to him, as well as I want to thank y'all for participating. You guys have turned up the participation. I want to shout out to Tiffany, head of the page. I want to shout out to Brandon, looking out for the page. Both Brandons looking out for the page. They were on the show previously. Shout out all day on that. Most definitely. Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.
And of course, we want to thank Shuttown Bar and Grill.
That's right, 2467 Savannah Highway. Check them out.
Yes, sir.
Check them out for sure.
They're always sponsoring us, and they're always got us back. Just have our back, have their back. And as well, I want to go ahead and show y'all some love in the beginning of the show.
Let's give a shout out to Sad, Mike,
you got some good eyes, bro. I can see that.
2020 baby, bro. I got sympathize. All right.
Well, nice. Very nice.
For sure. So,
and shout out to Chris Middleton.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah. We just reunited. And you know what? Guess what?
What's up, man? What happened?
Somebody asked about you. And
who asked about me, bro? Oh man, chill out, bro.
bro.
Man. Come on, man. Don't put me on the spot, man.
He was like, Ryan. I was like, Ryan. He was like, Terry.
Oh.
Man, where you at?
Stop.
Yeah, man.
They didn't lose Malcolm Brogdon. The boy need a shooter. I still got it. For the minimum. For the minimum. That's what I got for the minimum, man. I'm ready to do it, man.
Yes, sir.
But thank you.
What we on?
So we're going to start off like this, man. Mm-hmm. NFL execs, they did this, my favorite thing that these guys in sports leagues do, anonymous surveys.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get down to it, man.
What's going on, Big Sid? What's going on, Mike? What's going on, James? What's going on, Keyshawn? And what's going on, everybody watching?
So,
please share, whatever you want to.
So this survey came out, right? Mm-hmm. Top running backs in the league, right?
Yes, sir.
I have 2 questions for you. Who do you think was the number 1 ranked running back? Eating all day? Maybe sometimes eating a little too much, but so you would think that Zeke would have probably been ranked 1.
Of course, Zeke all day. All day. Right. Share. Make sure you like and share.
Right. So, but no, Zeke was not ranked number 1. So my follow-up question is, naturally, if he wasn't ranked number 1, where do you think he was ranked? 2 at the worst.
2 or 3 at the worst. He was top 5 at least. He was most definitely top 5.
Top 5.
In
right?
all likelihood, he was top 5.
All likelihood, right?
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
bro,
what was his ranking?
He was ranked 8th. He's the 8th best running back in the league. Now, this is the guy. Wait, is this the same guy who's led the league in rushing every year he's been in the league? Him?
Every year he's played a full season.
Every year has been a full season, right?
Yes, he's led the league in rushing.
Okay. So, would you like to have a guess of who was ranked right ahead of him at number 7?
I'm sure he had to start, right? It was a starting running back at least, right?
Yeah, starter. I guess depending. I don't actually watch his team play, so I don't know if he starts.
Who was it, buddy? Who was it?
Please a guy by the name of Aaron Jones.
Talking about the Packers?
Packers, Aaron Jones.
Aaron Rodgers. You mean Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers Jones, his younger cousin. You know what I mean? His cousin, and like, they showing love, clearly. So,
that's outrageous, man. That's outrageous.
So, I gotta ask you, man. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with this ranking for Zeke? 8th? He's the 8th best running back in the league?
No.
8th best? No, come on, man.
I mean, with it being said, you see how we look as a team without him. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, what, 4.7 yards a carry?
Right.
Like you said, he's led the league every year that he's played a full season. He's led the league.
Right.
He's also led the league in carries, though.
Right.
Let's not go there.
I mean, I don't focus on the carries. I focus on the yard per carry average, which is always high.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. So I don't have a problem with him. I mean, he should have been number 1 on this list, without a doubt.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing, but a lot of these lists, when we're pundits or whatever critiquing these lists, it's always some politics in them. You know what I mean? I know for a fact there's politics in those lists, man. That's outrageous for these lists to have. Come on, man. Come on.
Ranked 8th on the list, man. The league's leading rusher ranked 8th. I mean, come on, man.
They don't like what he did.
Come on, man. So with that being said, Zeke is ranked 8th, and Zeke does
What's going on, Quinn?
Does kind of have a troubled past.
Yeah.
But so word out of camp today is that your boy missed the team flight.
Yeah, most definitely.
Let me ask you, do you think this was an accident? You think he overslept? Maybe he overate? You know how Zeke is down. Or do you think this is him trying to hold something over maybe Cowboys' head?
No, he opened up his fridge.
He opened up his fridge.
He said,
real good.
Jared, no. He opened up his fridge and said, Jared, my fridge ain't full enough.
Right.
So we got to do something. We got to do something about this.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So with that being said, I think that he will report, but I think that we got to pay him.
Do you think he'll report to camp by tomorrow? Because
that's the only one they left. Yeah.
Camp opens tomorrow, so you were saying that you think he's gonna be there.
All I'm hoping is I'm hoping Jerry with that silver tongue has something up his sleeve, and that bank account has some Swiss bank accounts and whatnot that he can go ahead and say, hey, Zeke, not on this end, on the table end.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm praying that works. I'm just saying.
So, I mean, my opinion, Zeke is most important player on your team, but I want you to do something for me real quick. Can you rank these players in order of who do you think should get paid first on the Cowboys? We got about 5 guys that's coming up. Man, that sucks to be. That's the part that when your GM is real good and you draft real well, this contract happens, right?
Yep.
These kind of things happen.
Yeah.
Let's rank Dak, Zeke, Cooper, Jones, and Smith.
Well, I'm going to put Byron Jones and Smith up at the top.
Oh, so they got to get paid prior to Zeke?
I'm saying though, I want my defense solidified, man.
I understand, but you realize, but like Zeke is like,
and Byron Jones is looking elsewhere anyway. So I don't want
Zeke is like that kryptonite though. Like y'all don't have Zeke, it all falls apart though. Man, it seemingly seems to all fall apart.
To be real with you, I've been thinking about this show all day.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get my answers together, and I could not get my answers together because I don't know what I want to do. Yeah. Like, because Dak has to be looked out for. He has to get shown respect, and he needs to get signed, and he's going to have to get signed eventually. And the thing about it is if you don't sign him this year, the price of $1 increases every year in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dramatically.
That's true.
Dramatically. You know what I mean? You're paying a guy $16 mil this year. Dang, you're paying that same guy for the same talent $25 mil next year. You know what I mean? It's that substantial. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, Zeke is the guy Zeke, you got to think about this. You go by precedent. Right. People go by precedent. So I know that his agent is saying, oh man, I see how y'all did DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, you
not gonna get me.
Use him up, throw him away.
Exactly.
Use him up, throw him away. Got him. Bye.
Shout out to the Titans. Big said. Other said. My dog said Simmons. My dog Joey. My dog Marcus. My dog, man, all my dogs watching. I appreciate y'all. And honestly, I don't know, man.
So with that being said, Zeke, I would have to say with you, he's ranked really, really low at 8. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's rank our top 5 current.
But let me tell you though, the squeaky wheel gets oiled.
Okay.
And he's squeaking right now.
Okay.
So we need to go ahead and make sure he's unsqueakable. Or, you know what I mean? We need to make sure that squeaking. We need to get some WD-40.
I guess that my main concern with paying Zeke is, man, just give him more money. He's just going to become more of what he already is. A problem. Oh, you think he's a problem now?
Exactly.
Give him a whole lot more, man. So give it to me, man.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 current backs, man.
Well, I'm gonna put.
And Aaron Jones better be in your top 5. Kidding.
Oh, okay.
Kidding.
All right, but I'm gonna go with Zeke. Gotta be Zeke. What's going on? Oh yeah, might want to talk about Alvin Kamara. We'll get there. We'll get there in a few minutes, man. We'll get there next, matter of fact.
Right.
But my running backs, I'm gonna go with Zeke first and foremost. I don't like the New York Giants. I don't like anything about the New York Giants. But Saquon is that guy. I gotta give it to him. And Le'Veon Bell, he's kind of rusty, but he still is that guy. And the Jets don't have much else, so I'm going to go with them. I'm going to go with him third. I'm going to go with, I'm kind of wishy-washy about this, but I'm going to go with Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon fourth?
Yeah.
Then I know that my dog is ranked number 5. You got Joe Mixon fourth. Who is number 5? Tell me. Hit me. Put him in there. You better stop playing. Stop playing games.
I want to go Gurley, but the injury scared me. I'm all out on the injuries.
No, it's not injury.
And
he has arthritis in his knees. There's no fixing it.
Exactly.
It's either it's good, he have a good day, he has a bad day.
So what James was saying, I can't go Gurley, man. I can't go Gurley. If you are injured and or have a chronic illness and or arthritis in your knee, you're dead. So I can't go him. I can't go that way.
Who you got 5, man? Make the call. Man, if you don't put my man at number 5, man.
Who?
Panthers, man. Come on, man. Who? Panthers, man.
I can't put Eminem up there, man.
You can't put Eminem up there. Okay, anyways, on from your list. On to the real list, the list that really matters. Number 1, Zeke. I can't say anything else about it. Number 2, Saquon. I wasn't high on him coming out of Penn State, but I was very, very impressed. Turned out to be everything they said he was. They said he was big, fast, he could make people miss, he could catch. He did all of that and then some. And that Giants line was crap, and he showed out anyways.
Exactly.
Number 3, I don't know if you did this on purpose or just because you was a hater or just because you want to be funny. But run CMC all day. Carolina Panthers show out. Watch out for him this year when he gets that 1,000, which is something that he said he's going to do, and watch. He's going to do it this year.
All right.
Number 4 on the list, I got the guy that the execs say was number 1, Alvin Kamara. I got him 4th.
Okay.
And number 5, I got a guy coming back who had a down year last year playing for a terrible team. I got David Johnson.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does Alvin Kamara start?
He starts this year. There's no Mark Ingram.
I'm saying, did Alvin Kamara start last year?
He more so split field times.
Are we going off production or
no? I said
just the best?
No, I said top 5 backs for 2019. That's what I
said. Okay. My bad, my brother. You already covered your bases. My bad.
Got it. Cool. We're cool.
Yes, sir.
So, next question. Let's get into it.
Let's get in this running back episode. What's up?
We got a guy coming back who chose to not play last year. Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
We got a guy who chose not to play last year in the last 3 games, Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Hi. See, I did that.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right. Who's going to have the better season this year? 1, Le'Veon Twitter rant Bell, or Todd can't feel my knee Gurley?
Yeah. I mean, like I told you, I'm always foreshadowing. My bad. But Todd Gurley, I'm out on him. I'm out on him, man. Like he was looking like one of the best top 2 best running backs in the league. You can't get in front of Zeke. I'm sorry, you can't get in front of Zeke. You can't get in front of Zeke. You can't get in front of Zeke. You can't get in front of Zeke.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that Le'Veon Bell has so much to prove, and I gotta go with him. He has so much to prove, Their offensive line is not looking too impressive, but he's got so much to prove. It's got to be in. It's got to be in. There's no choice but for him. Okay. It's got to be. Got to be.
Okay.
And you say anything different, I'm going to be heck
of surprised. So the better season, I'm going to go with Le'Veon Bell.
Okay.
All right. So I'm right there with you, of course. It's not necessarily because I'm a fan of Bell, because I'm actually not a fan of Bell. I don't like him. He's twinkle toes and tiptoes. Or
I don't like
trying to get in the hole or whatever. And
like my coach said, hit the hole.
Yeah, when I was why are you dancing?
When I was at my position, I was at receiver, and I had to run the running backs over there.
Run the route.
That boy said, "Run the route to me. Get off the line. Don't take a false step."
Right.
But the whole time, running backs were and block your corner, whatever. Stay on inside his pads, whatever.
Right.
The whole time, literally, all you heard the coach saying is, "Hit the hole."
Right.
Hit the dang on hole. That's all you hear.
We got Twinkle Toes Bell over here picking and choosing whether he's.
But it works though. It works.
I guess if you say. I mean, we'll see if it works.
Do you think it would work better if he hit the hole?
I think yes. I do think if he just go.
If he runs the play.
Right. So speaking of holding out for the season, we got a guy for the Chargers, Melvin Gordon. He says, "Pay me what I'm owed." So he's holding out. He's pulling a Zeke currently.
Yeah.
Question is, will he pull a Le'Veon though? Sit out the season.
Well, actually, that's
will
interesting.
Will he pull a Le'Veon?
I just read an article, and Le'Veon was giving him his props. Le'Veon said, "Hey, they need to pay what they owe, and I don't blame you for sitting out. You sit out as long as you can and stick to your guns." So that's basically that's a shortened version of what he said. Go ahead and look it up, but he said that.
Let me mention this. So
a vote of confidence.
Do you think that he should sit out the season? Do you think he should sit out this entire season, or because
I don't think so, because I still to this day don't think Le'Veon should have sat out. Like Le'Veon still left like what 6-7 million on the table or something. Is that right? Correct?
Well, it's complicated, but under the franchise tag, he would have made 14.5 last season, which was guaranteed. He ended up getting 4 for 52 with 27 mil or 29 mil guaranteed. But you basically take the 4-year deal over 5, really, because he sat out. Yeah. So I mean, he made an additional 15 mil guaranteed. Okay. But if he played last season, he probably would have made more coming back on the back end. I don't know. But what
our resident capologist,
real quick on top of it. No. But what I wanted to say was that if anything taught me that he sat out is that sports is very, very fluid. So for me, it's not even about getting your money. I mean, you're gonna be rich at the end of the day. It's just a matter of how rich or wealthy that you're gonna be, right? Yeah. So when it comes down to it, though, sports is so fluid. How do you can go from being the top running back to being an afterthought like that? For instance, cross-referencing sports. Did you see that LeBron got no votes as the league's best player? 0, none. Not 1 vote as best player.
I was amazed.
Last year, it was 17 out of 20 votes best player. He won none.
Yep.
So, now what I want to get into is out of all of these backs, right? Who do you think is going to be the leading rusher this season?
Well, as long as Zeke shows up on time, we eating, because we're gonna hand the ball. We're gonna hand that ball to him hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. So I'm thinking Zeke, without a doubt.
So you think Zeke is gonna be the leading rusher in the league?
Most
more of the same old Samo?
Most definitely. Cowboys all day.
Honestly, I probably got to go with that. Just from the standpoint of I know that he's going to get carries. But if I had to choose who would be the leading rusher, I think it would come down between Zeke and that guy on Mr. Tweets, Le'Veon Bell, because I really do truly feel like the Jets are gonna use him up.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna use him up.
But see, the thing about it is we have Travis Frederick now, so he was doing that without him, and now it's a miracle that he comes back. So I'm happy as I don't know what. Right. This is like the exact opposite what's that? Antonio Gathers. You know what I mean? This is the exact opposite of that because
Rico Gathers.
Yeah, but Rico Gathers. I messed up again. I always mess up his name, but that's good.
It's cool. You know, he's a trash player. He's trash. Trash. We need him anyways.
Played the whole season, got 4 catches. Like 4 catches, man.
Right. So, I know you're a Cowboys fan.
All day.
I know you have the guy who you claim to be the best running back in the league. Mm-hmm. But let me pose this question to you, though, sir. Mm-hmm. If you could have any running back in the league, who would you want?
Todd Gurley without arthritis and a Zeke without problems off the field.
That's wishful thinking. Okay. Living in a realistic world.
Yeah.
Who would you want?
Zeke. I'm gonna go with Zeke. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Zeke, man. We moved up in the draft to get him. We constructed the line for him.
Right.
Let's go with him.
So you would go Zeke as your back. So
most
you
definitely.
stick tried and true, troubles and all, off-field incidents and all.
Most definitely. Most definitely. How about you? What's your outlook on that?
Jeez. You know, you're a homer. I'm a bit of a homer too.
Okay.
I do like run CMC.
I figured you.
I do like run CMC, but he's actually my second pick though.
Wow.
I wasn't big on him, man, but man, Saquon though, man, he's like Christian McCaffrey if he was bigger and faster.
Exactly.
So I mean, you know,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that all day.
But no doubts about it though. I'm very happy with run CMC though.
I guess.
Haters.
Okay. Yes. We'll see.
Haters, man. You saw last year. You're going to see again this year.
We'll see, though. We'll see.
So,
check this out.
Yeah.
We want to switch the subject. We're going to get off the running back tangent a little bit. Yeah. We'll return shortly.
Okay.
But, so, last year, the Raiders signed John Gruden to a 10-year contract. Mm-hmm. How many million?
100, guaranteed.
Woo! Good Lord, that's a lot of...
Good Lord, that's a lot of checks.
That's a lot of money. So, anyway... Right. They have expectations to go to Vegas next year.
Right.
And they're basically just throwing these 2 years away, I'm presuming. Is that true? Like, are they?
No, they made big moves in the offseason, man. They are going for it. Richie Incognito, Vontaze Burfict. They're trying to win. Win big. Win now. Sell tickets.
Trying to tear up that locker room.
Trying to tear that locker room. What's on tear the club up? Right.
No, but free. They're gonna tear up that locker room with all their personalities.
Right.
But however, one thing I have to say about it is I respect John Gruden and whatnot. Right. Respect what he did.
Right.
But Tampa Bay and whatnot. But however, now I'm worried about him, but I'm not worried about so much the relationship with AB and his quarterback, because to be real with you though, check this out. Ben Roethlisberger is the ultimate ego. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
So Antonio Brown.
Gruden is too.
Yeah, Antonio Brown is the ultimate ego as well, right? Right.
Yeah, but
so when one of them messes up or whatever, it's just clash. But however, Carr doesn't have much ego. So when Carr overthrows Antonio Brown or underthrows Antonio Brown or reads something wrong, guess what? Antonio Brown will be like, and then guess what? Hold on, and then he's gonna be like, he's gonna shut up.
But the issue isn't Carr though. The issue is Gruden. Gruden is Ben Roethlisberger plus Antonio Brown. He's the coach.
Yeah, but I think he knows
he makes comments.
Yeah.
He makes those passive-aggressive comments.
Exactly. Very
true. Why is it that Derek Carr only threw for 200 yards today? Well, I mean...
What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Darryl? What's going on, Shotzi? What's going on, Sid?
I feel as though we called the right...
like 5 times.
He's like, we feel as though we called the right plays. For whatever reason, the ball didn't get
that's him. That's him.
Okay.
That's him. Yeah. Or Derek Carr got the ball to the receiver, but the ball ended up on the ground every third down.
I'm not sure how that happened. So, let me ask you this. Follow-up question.
What's going on, Sherrod? What's going on, DeAndre?
Follow-up question, because I like follow-up questions, right? How many weeks into the season before Antonio Brown and Jon Gruden had their first blow up on the sideline?
I mean, to be honest with you, I hope they handle this situation like men and put it all out there. You know what I mean? Like, they should have put it...
Wait, so play it in public view is what you're saying?
No, not all out there. I'm talking about...
put it all out there.
No, man on man. We put it all out there on the table. You know what I mean? Like, you know my quirks, you've seen film on me, you've seen tapes, you've seen interviews on me, and vice versa. I know how you are passive aggressive, and I know how you like the tension. I know how you run social media. I know how you pulled out a cell phone camera in the middle of the locker room during your coach's coveted speech.
Right.
I know that.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that Jon Gruden should have laid out everything that he wouldn't allow, everything that he would allow, and Antonio Brown should have laid out similar requests. And as long as they did that, and as long as they meet the criteria, then I don't think there should be a problem until week 10.
It's funny that you say that. And Antonio Brown, if you recall, said he was a changed person.
Yeah, I'm a changed man. Look at the range, man.
Right, exactly. But you recall...
I got a whole new game plan.
I know. He talks a good game, right? But you remember he showed up to his first and only press conference late, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up late. I'm a new man, guy. He showed up late, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So you have your week 10, week 12 prediction. I'm going to say... After he goes consecutive weeks without getting 8 for 120 and a couple tubs, win or lose, he's not gonna be happy.
Exactly.
Not gonna be happy.
So, what's your outlook on what's your biggest problem for the Raiders this year, or in this 9-year? Well, the 9 of the 10 years.
Over 9
what's
years.
That? 9-year plan.
My real issue with them is I don't think Gruden likes his quarterback Carr. So I think he's on borrowed time, which is an issue. And then Antonio Brown just bringing him into the locker room with Vontaze Burfict. By the way, I don't know if people know, Vontaze is the guy that knocked him out of the playoff game. And they brought them together. Then
Richie Incognito.
Wow. Just Google Richie Incognito and you'll learn about that guy. They don't have to. He's a crazy guy. But yeah. Well, they'll definitely sell tickets though. They'll definitely something. It's definitely something to watch. But speaking of big time whiteouts in new places, a young man by the name of OBJ is now in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Who do you expect to have the more productive season? And the reason I'm not asking which team's gonna be better. Neither receiver I don't think particularly cares. Who is gonna be more productive this year? OBJ or Antonio Brown?
Wow. I'm gonna say Antonio Brown because I'm of the mindset that he's a talented receiver and he runs decent routes and he's good. He catches the ball usually when he's required, but Antonio Brown's that man. He's that guy, man. He's that guy. So. Right. I'm going to go with Antonio Brown all day.
Antonio Brown all day?
Most definitely.
I would agree with you, but for slightly different reasons. I think Cleveland, I really just feel that Cleveland has a lot more talent, so they'll have to spread the ball around, feed a little bit more people, and Odell is going to blow up on the sideline too. Because from his quotes in this article from GQ, we learned it's all about him. All about him. He is the show. He's the reason why people come to those Cleveland Browns games. So he wants to show off and show out.
But see, the thing about it is why I was picking Antonio Brown as well is because Antonio Brown doesn't have the number 2 and number 3 receiver on his best friend. Jarvis Landry is literally Odell Beckham's best friend from all I hear. So with that being said, and LSU buddies, all that stuff. So with that being said,
as we've seen in sports, friendship and competitive nature, they don't really mesh on the basketball court. We can be friends all that we want to on the court.
That's true.
But there's only one ball, right?
Yeah.
Or at least that is what they say, right?
That's true. But I mean, I just think that when you got a big homie on the squad, then it's got to kind of deter from your selfishness. It's got to, right?
It only helps as long as I get my 8 for 120.
then you can get taken care of.
But let me ask you this: Landry starts going off for 6 for 100 and and then he gets three for 40, and the team is winning, do you actually think that he is going to be happy?
I mean, it's all about him, man. It's all about both of them. So I don't really, I don't really care. I just want to see some nasty catches and, enjoy my popcorn while I'm ready. That's all I want to do. That's all I have to do. That's all I want to do.
You are ready.
Yeah, man. That's all. That's all.
Okay.
So speaking of the Odell and the new look Browns, what's your expectations in general for the new dog pound in Cleveland?
Well, in my opinion, the hardest thing in sports is to go from being terrible, awful, god awful to being good.
Yeah.
That's it. So a lot of people are predicting them to go all the way to the Super Bowl, which I can't go that far.
Mm-hmm.
I say that a much more productive season for them would be closer to having a winning season for once and making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe winning the division, but to me their goal should be winning season and hopefully reach the playoffs.
Yeah.
And other than that, there's not a whole lot of winning players that really come from that team. That they just traded for a couple of Giants players.
Mm-hmm.
Vernon and Beckham didn't do a lot of winning.
Exactly.
Myles Garrett is a standout, but those Browns teams weren't good.
Exactly.
Jarvis Landry, his friend, he came from the Dolphins. The Dolphins are trash. So there's not a whole lot of winning culture that's going on there.
Exactly.
So I don't think it's as easy as it's going to be. And their coach is a head coach for the first time. So I think he's got a lot going on and a lot to deal with. So
So next question, I just got one more question. I know we've been on running backs for the predominance of this episode, but however, I want to go ahead and speak about our boy Dwayne Haskins and his tumultuous quarterback training camp. So what's going on with that, buddy? What's going on with that?
So what is going on with this camp?
So he's got Case Keenum and Colt McCoy, and they're supposedly showing more than him. But they drafted him in the first round. Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like he should be able to show us stuff the first year, or just depending on? I know you're not there, so you don't know. But
I really think that Case Keenum should probably start the season, and then by week 7, week 8, turn it over. Once the team is 2-4, 3-3, 3-4, something like that.
Yeah.
Turn over the keys to Dwayne. And then, let them do.
Exactly.
But speaking of the Redskins, one of their many running backs.
My dog.
Speaking of running backs, their running back room all has torn ACLs. Have you ever seen such a thing? Every running back in their room has torn up knees.
You know what I do? I would fire that running backs coach. Because he's doing something. He's doing something.
You fired a running backs coach? You fired a trainer?
No, running backs coach, because the running backs coach, well, he predicates what exactly they do in practice, other than the offensive drills and stuff like that, and the matchup 10 on 10, 7-7, whatever like that. So I figure that it's got to be on the coach. It's got to be on the coach.
So could be. So what we're talking about?
Because training staff is usually reactive. You know what I mean? They're not proactive. And they're sometimes proactive, but you know what I mean?
They're supposed to stretch me so I don't get out there and tear up my hamstring or my.
But that's coaching. That's coach's job.
And like
they only give people stressful treatment when they're show an injury history. You know what I mean?
So Adrian Peterson is getting sued.
What's going on, Brandon? What's going on, Josh? What's going on, Asia? What's going on, Brandon Frazier? What's going on? What's going on, Sherrod?
He's getting sued for not paying off his loans to his prior creditors. And as his agent put it, he is, quote, broke. He's made over $100 million in his career, and yet another athlete who didn't watch 30 for 30 broke. It happened to another one. So what's your take on this, man? When do you think athletes will ever learn?
He should fight Manny Pacquiao.
Do you think
he should just fight Manny Pacquiao? That's what it is.
Oh, to get that big pay.
To get that paycheck.
No, it's funny. That's actually... Although recently 2 boxers died this week and they're professional fighters.
Very true. Very true.
Probably wouldn't do that. So,
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
But yeah, man, do these athletes ever you think that they're ever going to learn? And who do you put the blame? You put the blame on them, the financial advisors, for not maybe watching their monies themselves.
Well, you have to understand.
Not watching what's coming in and going out. You're assigning people to handle your tens of millions of dollars.
The thing about it is
dish and dole.
Regardless of what you say, or do or how you handle your money.
Chris ain't asking you to handle his money yet.
True. Well, he's probably not. But I can't remember what I was saying.
Go ahead. We're talking about AP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, damn, I still don't remember. AP. Oh, shoot. I'm off.
With his creditors and debt.
Oh, yeah. So, I think that somewhere along the way, people have to steal from you. You know what I mean? Like, people steal from you. There's LeVar Balls, there's LeVar Ball's homeboys everywhere, in every franchise, in every situation, in every camp. There's someone who's funneling money out.
Yeah, but how does that account for you losing all $100 million?
No, I'm just saying, maybe he just got a bunch of people in his corner that weren't really in his corner.
To lose $100 million?
Maybe 50 million of it.
So what happened to the other 50 that I lost them? All right, so I split 50.
Okay, so
what another 50 then?
Maybe 40.
You gotta tell me how I lose $100 million and all of a sudden I gotta take loans out to pay off my credit cards. Tell me what happened.
He was taking care of too many people. That's the story that everyone says, man.
That's
the story that Antoine Walker said. He said he was taking care of over 250 people. I mean,
you don't even know 250 people, bro. You name 250 people. You gotta take care of 250 people. You don't know 250 people. Get out of here.
That is true.
Your friends on Facebook and your friends on the gram don't count. Damn.
That's true.
I want first and last names. Just going off top of the head. Yeah. First and last name on top of that.
True. Remember Norris from Willis?
What up? Right. So, the only last thing that I want to say in closing,
yes, sir.
Just switch it up a little bit. Let's go to hoops real quick.
All right.
Steve Kerr, the former championship coach of the Warriors, the dynasty that is no more. If you ask me, it sounds like a little bit of sour grapes to me.
Exactly.
But he made comments recently about Anthony Davis wanting out of the Pelicans and then getting traded to the Lakers, saying this is not good for the league.
Yeah.
Do you agree that AD taking his destiny into his own hand and requesting?
I most definitely agree. It's not good for the men upstairs. Not the men upstairs. The men upstairs.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But however, Steve Kerr is the pot calling the kettle black. Is that what it is? Is that okay? Yeah. Because I mean, he did that the first time with the most coveted free agent in the world.
He said, quote, it's not good for healthy players such as Anthony Davis with 2 years left on their contract to go to management and ask for a trade. So this is what I would ask Steve Kerr. Ponder me this real quick. Mm-hmm. Is it good when a finals MVP that shuts down LeBron James and wins three championships and hits the game-winning shot in Game 2 to tie the series this year in June 1-1? Mm-hmm. You traded him to Memphis Grizzlies, one of the worst teams in basketball. Now, did he ask to get traded?
Nope.
When Harrison Barnes, when he's playing on the Mavs, he was sitting on the bench during the game. He found out that But we're out here. Thanks, man. It's another good one. Appreciate it. We're good. Appreciate it. Tune in. Watch. Thank you. Share.
Tune in for the giveaways next week.